G'day guys, my name's Ben and you're watching The Long Gun Project. G'day guys, my name is Ben and welcome back to another episode of The Long Gun Project. This is not an ELR episode, so it's not episode 4, it's following on from episode 3.5, so I suppose we'll call it 3.6. Maybe I should have started at 3.1 and given myself more room. Doesn't matter. So we'll call this episode 3.6. Now, following on from episode 3.5, you'll recall that my 6.5 Creedmoor competition rifle was having accuracy issues. I've tried everything I can to get it to respond and I'm certain I've burnt the barrel out. So I've ordered new barrels coming, but I was getting your feedback on which rifle you think I should use as an alternative for the upcoming PRS Australia Round 2 competition at Monarto. Now, the alternatives that I had available to me were a factory Howard 223 heavy barrel and a heavily modified Remington 700 in 300 Winchester Magnum. So we are out at our usual shooting spot to put both of these rifles through their paces to see which one is going to be best for the upcoming competition. I've also got a bit of a wild card which I will do a bit of shooting with as well. Could be an alternative that I didn't think of at the time until I opened my gun safe and had a better look. But we'll get to that in a tick. And yeah, there's a little bit of wind, but the flies have actually reduced in number. There's one crawling on my face right now, isn't there? It's on me. Spoke too soon. Goddamn. So, may as well get stuck into a bit of shooting and see which of these rifles has the goods. Okay, let's get into it. So now we're going to give the 223 a bit of a flies are back. Now we're going to give the 223 a bit of a run through on the barricades. I've got a KY oil rack at about 356 metres, so I'll have to use holdovers with this scope because the adjustments don't seem to be as accurate dialing as the razors. So we'll see how this goes. Wish me luck. now to give the big girl a run. Let's see how we go. So now we've shot the 300 Win Mag and the 223 both prone on cardboard and off the barricades. As far as accuracy goes, can't really go past the 300 Win Mag. Even with virgin brass, it's shooting on average about half minute of angle or slightly better. Good times. I guess you can say the flies are back. So, what was I saying? Yeah, as far as accuracy goes, I can't really go past the 300 Win Mag. It's shooting half minute of angle or slightly better, even with virgin brass. So I think with now it's been fire formed, that brass will definitely eliminate some of those flies with fire formed brass. The barricades, the 223 definitely has the edge there. It is lighter, it's shorter, it's easier to handle, it is faster cycling. But that being said, the 300 Win Mag, once you get it on the bag, is pretty stable, surprisingly. So I think at this stage, definitely give points to the 223 for barricade stuff, but it loses to the 300 Win Mag in terms of accuracy. The question, I guess, between these two is, do I go with something with higher capacity but more questionable accuracy, or do I live with the limitations of a 5-round magazine, except that I'll have to use a round quiver to drop rounds in or do a mag change, and just be happy with less rounds downrange but more confident with hits? Or do I go for the high capacity and less confidence with accuracy and hits? So that's the $1 million question between those two. Now, I did mention a wildcard earlier, and the wildcard, when I had a look a little bit further into the safe, was Lithgow 308. It's a Lithgow crossover. This is my hunting rifle. It has a medium sporter barrel, so not sure how it's going to go once it gets a bit warm, but I did dig up a muzzle brake that is bored for 30 cal that was a little small for the Win Mag. I'm not going to change the scope on it just yet, but I figure I will give it a run on paper and across the barricades just to see how it goes. So we shot the 308 off the bag and off the barricades, and it is pretty handy, handles quite well. It is sharp on recoil, it has a solid rubber butt pad, it's not going to be much fun to shoot for the weekend, and as it gets hotter the groups open quite a little bit, so you expect that from a hunting rifle. It is whilst it's a medium sporter, it is still a sporter profile. So I'm very happy with it as a hunting rifle, but I don't think I'll be using it in the round 2 of the PRS Australia series at Monarto this coming weekend. So when it comes to making a choice between the 223 and the 300 Win Mag, there's some pros and cons for each. The pros for the 223, it is a short, easy to handle, light, fast cycling, high capacity rifle. But the downside is that the accuracy with the factory ammo is questionable. 55 grain ammo in the wind, again, it's a bit of a crapshoot, and if you've got a well beaten target, making a convincing hit at 500 metres is going to be a struggle for most spotters to even see. When it comes to the 300 Win Mag, the pros are accuracy. It's a better scope, it's far more repeatable and reliable than the Diamondback Tactical on the 223. So I have a huge amount of faith in the accuracy of that rifle. Even with virgin brass, it's shooting really well. The downside is it is long. You do have to sort of wrestle it around a bit. The weight, pros and cons. Yeah, it's heavy to move, but once it's on the bag and on a barricade, it really doesn't want to move that much. And I was surprised how much recoil I was able to manage with that. It is slower to cycle though. So which one do you do? Well, at the end of the day, I've decided to go with the 300 Win Mag. Now I know what some of you are saying. Ben, that is not a nice, light, nimble, mildly recoiling PRS rifle. And my answer to that is no. No, it's not. It's not even close. So why not? I'm going to have a lot of fun shooting this weekend. Might not be a top 10 finish, but you know what? This sport is all about having fun. So this weekend, you'll see me with this. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps up episode 3.6 of the Long Gun Project. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode of the Long Gun Project. See you later.